Welcome to Whippin' in the Kitchen.
I'm Nikki.
I'm Sydney.
And today we're going to be trying to make lamingtons from Australia. Okay, so first it says to preheat the oven to 350 Fahrenheit. So we're just going to do that. Just like seriously, small. And then we're going to grease and flour a 20 centimeter to 30 centimeter pan and line the base of the pan with parchment paper.
We coated the pan in grease and put parchment paper that we had to rip because we didn't have scissors. And then we're going to, in a bowl, put vanilla and...
Just read the recipe.
Oh. Vanilla and sugar and eggs and flour and baking powder and melted cooled butter. I just read it, the recipe.
We're going to beat the egg, sugar, and vanilla in a large bowl with a hand mixer to start until it is pale and thick.
Never mind what I said.
Okay, can you grab the hand mixer?
Can you end it out?
So we've ran into our first issue. I got a lot of eggshells into this, so now we're just going to pick them out.
No, Sydney.
Look. Sydney, what's the password for iPad?
Right down the middle.
Whip this. Whipping in the kitchen.
I heard someone say whip.
It's not coming out. Okay, got it.
Don't eat it all.
So we're going to start just by giving our eggs a quick beat before we add in everything else because the eggs are usually what needs to be
I wanted to whip them.
You left!
Yeah, because my hand got stuck in it. I'm going to put Jordan.
Nikki. Okay, now do you want to add it? Not yet, not yet. You gotta add in the other stuff now.
Okay, can I stop? Yes, so now we're going to add 1 cup of sugar.
And also a teaspoon of vanilla.
And 1 teaspoon of vanilla.
I just said that.
Great teamwork, guys.
Yeah!
And now I'm going to whip it up. Because it's whipping in the kitchen. That's what we do here.
It's actually beating it.
Can I end it? End it? And Ashley.
Okay, so now it's pale and thick, and we've been beating it for about 3 minutes. So we're gonna take these out, and now the recipe says that we have to sift the flour and baking powder over the egg and sugar mixture and use a rubber spatula to gently combine the ingredients. So, Sydney, would you mind putting the flour over top of the sifter but don't put too much so it doesn't overflow, okay? Right. Keep going. Be careful, make sure it doesn't land in. Nope, see, don't get it over.
Okay, sorry. Now we're gonna add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder.
Nope, Sydney, that's half. No, oh yeah, that is. Just let's put it
In the thing?
Yeah.
And you're gonna sift in there.
Okay, now we're gonna grab a rubber spatula, which is not in here. And we are going to gently combine the ingredients with the spatula. Okay, now we're gonna add in the melted butter, which is melted obviously, but it's not hot, so you have to let it cool. And we're gonna add in about 1/3 at a time. Okay, start.
Sorry.
Why are there so many? Okay, so don't ignore
This is an arm workout.
Try to fold it in, Sid.
I am.
No, fold it.
Your iPad just killed itself.
Do you know how to fold it?
Your iPad just killed itself. And I'm jealous of it. How did it die with it?
Okay, now we're gonna take our mixture and we're gonna put it in this pan, which we previously prepared, if you remember that. It's probably like 3 minutes ago. I don't know how long this video is so far. So we're just gonna scrape the bowl and make sure it all gets in.
Nathan, where's your background? No, your background. Where is this?
Okay, now the oven is to temperature, which is 350 Fahrenheit. Quick reminder. And we're gonna throw that in to cook. And set a timer. So, timer set. Okay, how? 25 minutes. 20.
Next, we need to put in the cocoa powder and the icing sugar.
There we go. Now we're going to be sifting the icing sugar and cocoa powder in 2 separate bowls. Okay, Cindy, you're on the... Putting it in.
Cindy is the cocoa boy?
No, she's the icing sugar boy right now.
Oh, icing sugar boy.
Cindy. Cindy!
What's the difference between doing this and not sifting it?
Gets the fine bits out.
Oh my.
Sydney!
Oh, oops. Dude, it just slipped out. Not really.
Now we're gonna sift half a cup of cocoa powder. No, it's a cup and a half, isn't it? Half a cup of cocoa powder. Oy. Look it, I have the true sifting skills.
Why are you get off of my phone?
See how you just tap it?
Off of my phone.
Like that? See, look at all those balls. This is why we sift it, so we don't have these balls. These big balls, you see those big balls? It's so we don't have these big balls.
Jordan, shut
See, now we're just gonna grind these salsa. Can someone pass me a spoon? A spoon? A spoon? A spoon? Now we're just gonna grind the balls in like this. See? See? Just grinding in the balls. So then we get all the cocoa powder out of this little. I'll just shake a little bit, you know? Try that to make it work a lot better. And grind it. Just push it against the sides, because that way it'll kind of like come out. There we go. And we're done!
Now we're gonna make now that we're making the icing, we did the icing sugar and the cocoa powder, and we're gonna take the butter and put it in the pan and let that melt in there.
Now that the butter's melted, we're adding in a cup of milk.
Milky. Are you still filming?
Now that the milk is mixed with the butter, we're gonna add in the cocoa powder and start whisking it.
Looks yummy.
Okay, now that the cocoa powder is completely dissolved into our mixture, we're gonna start adding in the icing sugar about a cup at a time. And then just do the same that you did with the cocoa powder, mix it, but you have to constantly stir it to prevent lumps from forming. Don't want lumpy icing, do you? Do you want lumpy icing? Do you want lumpy icing? Okay, now that we've completely combined all the icing sugar, we're just gonna pour the mixture into this bowl. This however long it takes you to melt the chocolate. Remember when you're melting it, you're gonna do it in the microwave? Oh, we got a little bit of icing sugar in the last
So use a glass measuring cup and be patient and melt it in like...
Okay, it's forming this like weird film over top, and I don't really know why, so we're just gonna hope that that goes away.
That's when it's over.
Okay, now the cake is all baked and ready to go. So we're just gonna let it cool for a little bit. before we cut it up.
I would give you the best finger job behind.
That looks like cheese.
So now that the cake is baked and cut up into pieces, we're gonna dip it in our chocolate stuff.
in the kitchen.
Just like, wow. Just like, put it right there.
That's some good
We're
cooking.
gonna take our cake
Oh my god.
and dip it in coconut to make the Lamington. Like that. Now our cameraman is gonna be trying our confection. Who wants to try it?
Me, I'm the cameraman. I don't like coconut.
Okay. Other than that, out of 10, I would give this a straight 20.
See, this one was a bit of a fail because I think we had to refrigerate the cake so that it wouldn't absorb the chocolate as much. And we were supposed to roll it in coconut, but the coconut we did have was expired, so we couldn't use it, and it tasted really bad. So I think this was just mostly a learning experience for next time. And it didn't work, but hopefully if we try it again, it will work. So.